post-apocalyptic world ravaged by a nuclear disaster called the Flash, nature is nearly gone, and the United States is nothing but a desolate wasteland. Survival is a brutal game. 30 years after the event, Eli, a lone wanderer, is on the hunt. While stalking an area in a forest covered in ash, he shoots and kills a cat for food. As he travels, he scavenges abandoned cars, hoping to find something useful. Eventually, he comes across a house. Inside, he faces the grim reality of the world, a dead body hanging in the closet. But that doesn't stop him from scavenging, even as the smell nearly knocks him out. He cooks the cat and listens to his old iPod while cleaning his weapons. A rat is drawn to the smell of roasting meat, and Eli shares a bit of cat with it. After a quiet night of reading and resting, Eli realizes his iPod is about to die, and his car battery charger is running out of power too. The next day, he encounters a woman with a broken cart who begs for help. Eli, being no fool, senses something off and notices a trap set by a gang of thugs. The leader tries to intimidate him, but Eli quickly shows that messing with him is a mistake, chopping off the leader's hand with a machete. The rest of the gang doesn't fare any better. Eli kills them all in a flash, almost as if he's got divine protection. He lets the woman live but refuses her water, recognizing it's no good. After checking the bodies for supplies, he moves on, his iPod battery finally dead. Later, Eli stumbles upon a town and visits a shop run by an engineer who initially threatens him. Eli handles the situation with ease, proving his strength and negotiating a battery recharge in exchange for a few trinkets. Meanwhile, at the bar, Carnegie, the local warlord, is searching for a rare book. He's surrounded by illiterate thugs who bring him books that he promptly burns. His mood improves when one of his men, Redridge, presents him with a sample of shampoo, and Carnegie uses it to pamper his concubine, Claudia. While Eli's canteen is being refilled, a fight breaks out in the bar after Eli accidentally touches a cat. Despite the gang's best efforts to pick a fight, Eli takes them all out in a quick, brutal battle. Solara, the bartender's daughter, interrupts him, and Eli is captured by Carnegie. The warlord offers Eli a spot in his crew, but Eli isn't interested and tries to leave. Carnegie forces him to stay for the night. It's a world where trust is hard to come by, and survival is everything. Claudia brings Eli some food, and it's clear she's blind. He asks about her life, and she opens up a bit. Carnegie then sends Solara to Eli's room to try and convince him to stay by getting physical, but Eli refuses. He wants to send her away, but Solara explains that Carnegie will hurt Claudia if she doesn't comply, so Eli reluctantly lets her stay. Solara is curious about the world before the Flash, and Eli shares some stories. She finds his book and asks about it, but he immediately covers it and refuses to talk. Later, he teaches Solara how to say grace before eating. The next morning, Solara recites the grace to Claudia, which catches Carnegie's attention. Furious, he demands to know how Solara learned it. Solara, trying to protect her mother, says Eli has a book with a strange symbol, crossing her fingers like a Bible. Carnegie is thrilled, believing Eli holds the last remaining Bible. He orders Redridge to get it, but Eli's already gone. Redridge kills a guard for the mistake, and the hunt for Eli begins. Eli gets his battery from the engineer and tries to leave town, but Carnegie confronts him, demanding the Bible. Eli refuses, and when Redridge shoots at him, Eli dodges effortlessly, killing several thugs with his gun and shotgun. Redridge, seeing Eli's unexplainable skill, lets him go. After being treated for his leg wound, Carnegie plans to continue pursuing Eli, but Redridge makes a deal. He'll get the Bible if Carnegie lets him take Solara as his concubine. Solara catches up with Eli, explaining her mother sent her for safety. She offers to show him the town's clean water supply, but Eli locks her in a cave and continues alone. Solara escapes and tries to help a woman with a broken cart, but two thugs attack. Eli arrives just in time, kills the thugs, and they leave together. Carnegie and Redridge find the bodies and Solara's clothing, tracking them. Eli hunts a bird with an arrow and asks Solara to hold the wire. That night, they rest in an old cooling tower. Solara asks Eli to read from the Bible, and he shares a few lines explaining he's been told to protect it. When Solara tries to steal it, Eli catches her. The next day, they fall into a trap set by Martha and George, an elderly couple. After Eli apologizes, they decide to let them in, showing that kindness can still exist, even in a harsh world. At first, Eli and Solara share a peaceful tea with Martha and George, but things quickly get tense when the couple shows them their backyard, where they store the bodies of those who've tried to attack their home. Eli warns Solara that they're cannibals, keeping his gun out to protect them. Just as they try to leave, Carnegie and his gang show up. Eli and Solara rush back inside, and George reveals a massive weapon stash hidden in the sofa. Carnegie demands that Eli hand over Solara and the Bible. Eli refuses, and a tense standoff ensues. To buy time, Eli sends a package out the window, which Redridge eagerly grabs, only to find it's a bomb. The explosion takes out several cars and kills some of Carnegie's men. As the gang opens fire on the house, Eli retaliates with a grenade, but Redridge shoots a missile, destroying half the house and killing Martha. George goes on a wild shooting spree, but eventually the gang deploys a Gatling gun, killing him and forcing the others to surrender. Eli is dragged out, and Carnegie threatens Solara's life, forcing Eli to reveal that the Bible is hidden in the TV. After Redridge retrieves the book, Carnegie shoots Eli in the stomach, leaving him for dead as they take Solara. In the van, Solara chokes the driver using the wire from Eli's bow, causing a crash. She then finds a grenade, blows up one of the cars, and discovers Redridge impaled by Eli's machete. After a brief struggle, Redridge dies, and Solara drives away. Carnegie decides not to pursue her, content with having the book. Solara eventually finds Eli on the road, wounded but alive. She helps him, and they continue their journey, reaching the broken Golden Gate Bridge. They take a rowboat to Alcatraz, where Eli's too weak to row, and Solara takes over. Back in town, Carnegie discovers that the Bible is in Braille, revealing that Eli has been blind all along. Desperate, Carnegie tries to get Claudia to read it for him, but she refuses, mentioning his infected leg and the chaos in town. On Alcatraz, Eli convinces a guard to let them through by claiming he has a Bible. They meet a curator who's preserving humanity's history, and Eli dictates the entire Bible from memory. After the book is completed, Eli dies from his wounds. Solara buries him in the courtyard and leaves, carrying his machete and listening to his iPod on her way back to her mother, carrying forward his legacy. So the Book of Eli is a gripping post-apocalyptic thriller that combines action with thought-provoking themes of faith and survival. Denzel Washington's portrayal of Eli, a blind man on a mission to protect the last Bible, is powerful and nuanced. The film offers a stark, desolate world where humanity struggles to rebuild, and Eli's journey becomes a symbol of hope in the face of overwhelming darkness. While the action sequences are intense and the visuals stunning, the real strength of the movie lies in its exploration of belief, power, and the human spirit's resilience. A hauntingly memorable film. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell for more. See you in the next one.